but ekene dịrị Chukwu nke abịama onye ndu anyị Ọhamadike na anyị ya urukwele ebe ahụ enwe ike anya na mmiri ka anyị saa anya na mmiri ma ndị nke na-abịa ka enyi amagbe kwuru dọrata ka o nwere oge m pụtara na kemo na village ọgwụkwa na town mepee gate fụ onye nọ n'ọnụ gate m wee jụọ ya gịnị ka ị na-achọ pidgin English ọ na-asụ ụkọta joint aghọta m ihe ọ na-akọbet at the end of the day o ji national ID card ama ka ihe esi wee dee ihe wee mee na Kano mana ọ sị m na ya wụ onye Niger na ya na-achọ ọrụ gate man nti wee bụ na village ka ọ na-achọ ọrụ gate man ọ sị m nti ya na need m gate man, you know. So ihe m ji nyete example awụ o nwere any type of strategy ha na-ejiri abịa just ka ọ wụ na ha wakporo anyị enwere ike na ọ wụrụ onye uche ya na-eru ya na o weli ya n'ọkwa gate man ka ọ na-arụrụ ya without knowing na o nwere mission. So ihe m na-ekwu wụ achọghị m iwe ọtụtụ oge wụ ka anyị saa na anya na mmiri dị security conscious oge ọwụ na 24 hours ndị Igbo n'agha adị ada agwa ochi ntị n'agha esu ka anyị saa na anya mmalụ na ndị a bịara iwu akpa anyị ha chọrọ ịnara anyị ana anyị ha chọrọ ịnara anyị ebe anyị bi na ihe a na-echewu na asị na ihe niile ọnwụ na-eji edozi obodo anyị wụ Naijiria nọ n'ala Igbo ka esi eweta ya. So because of that ha chọrọ ịbịawa anyị ka analicha anyị ihe na-eji. So onye aka nna ayọ Igbo bụ Igbo biko nụ ka anyị saa n'anya na mmiri ọ gwụcha ka ọra m n'ọnụ Igbo bụ Igbo ekene m.
Ndewo Mazi Emeka, ndewo Mazi Udemba, ndewo Mazi Nwokoye. Nkari so no were ofu nkeji were si ndewo mana mmanya kita na ụnụ ga-agafe ofu nkeji ka hapụ na ọta nneke n'ụnụ n'ụzọ pụrụ iche dịka ụnụ si bịa nọnyere anyị n'oge ndị Igbo na redio Biafra n'ụbọchị taa na-asịkwa ụnụ jisi n'ike mgbe ọzọkwe ọ bụrụ na anyị kpọkwa ụnụ ka ụnụ nwee ike bịa zaa anyị oke a maka ọrụ a na-arụ ọ bụrụ ọrụ ofu onye. Mazi
Chineke imutukwala your device so biko mutu ya.
Okay, mana ị na n'ife na-ekwu na. Okay.
Yeah.
Na-ekwu straight to the mic mana anaghị ekwu straight to the phone. Okay, nsogbu adịrọ. But ife niile m kwuru onye na-ege na redio nụchara ya. So nna eke n'ụnụ ihe m kwuru na nna eke n'ụnụ dịka unu si wee bịa nọnyere anyị na redio Biafra Hausa n'oge ndị Igbo na-ayọkwa unu na-ekenekwa unu si adị ama mgbe ọzọ anyị kpụkwa unu ya bịakwa maka na ọrụ anyị na-arụ ọ bụrụ ọrụ ofu onye ọ bụ anyị ncha ya etinye ọnụ tinye aka wee hụ na anyị bupụrụ eke a na-arịbata n'ime be anyị bupụrụ ya nnọọ ka anyị wee nwee ike nwere onwe anyị. Ndewonu jisi n'ike. Ndewo
nwa Chineke daalụ.
Ndewo
daalụ nwa Chineke o.
Ndewo
ndị otu m ekenere m unu niile ri nne daalụnụ.
Ya gazie ọ na redio Biafra Hausa service nke ịbụọ ka oge ndị Igbo si na-abịara unu n'oge dị ugbu a. Ngasịkwa Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị so na-apụ na ọ nwekwara ife ndị ọzọ anyị nwegasịrị anyị ewetara unu n'oge dị ugbu a na-asị gị nọ n'oyibo asị stand by.
Nama mara no nyenje na makilo nyisia wibe. Abulo de zuli bom javya bie. Wongu we mene kili kili. Mana woka dalo damo navago. Onye dalu jamana navago. Eja meyan bilini nudonwe. Woka dalo damo navago. Onye dalu jamana navago. Eja meyan bilini nudonwe. Onye wale go no ni nenu ba. Agara chanwi benehu. Ohumu ibenehuni. Chagwa mekambolo damo nava no mo nava. Agara chanwi benehu ngbangba. Eja meyan wai bonganwe. Magana lono ki bagan. Ose igbe maraja nulo. Mama yi wai be magaban. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Maka ilu wai be mbodo. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Ngamo Joseph ya yidiebo. Robot wana jinkwa waja nulo. Magana lono ki bagan. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Ngamo robot wo benecho. Robot wana jinkwa waja nulo. Magana lono ki bagan. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Mangwe buto yete megagaban. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Aya me mangwa mudo yo. Ukula kuna bajo tondo anago. Bajo tondo mama anago bodo. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Esi togo ya abulo. Odogu utogo alele. Odogo togo do. Ewo de ni komo akili. Okumo me gedu wa mama. Eja meyan bilini nudo. Mama bajo sebo ya ingo bodo. Wachi move onuwe. Nwa la nyete ne gaga. Olole olole. Mangwe sebo na Lagos wa mama. Olole olole. La nyete ne ge. Olole olole. Ewo nwe mene kili kili. Mani de biludo. Imara nyi ge bebe nudo nudo. Nudo. Afino bobo na te kuebe. Omundi na munye na te kuebe. Onyori egwu Jesu ekwebu. Onyori egwu ngika n'ezi. Oke n'oligati mjanulo. Abole kati waibezu na gaba. Dogu waibezu n'oligati. Imawe zendo janulo. Akane wana mabisi bolo baba.
Our God is on the throne. Oh, yes, He is. Our God is on the throne. Be still and know that He's on our side. His help is on the way. March on the great Biafra Savior land. Biafra is our home. Yes, not a place we have. So we must fight so hard and take back our homeland. So Biafra is our home. There's not a place we have. So we must fight so hard and take back our homeland. Our eyes looks unto you, because you're the one who knows our hearts. So we are calling your name. Chukwu Okike Abịama, you're our home. have. We must fight so hard. And take back our homeland. Biafra is our home. Yes, not a place we have. So we must fight so hard and take back our homeland. And take back our homeland. Freedom is all we long for. We must stay back the land. Freedom is all we long for. We must stay back the land. Freedom is all we long for. We must stay back the land. Freedom is all we long for. We must stay back the land. Biafra is our home. Yes, not a place we have. We must fight so hard.
This is Radio Biafra Hausa Service 2 coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nwachineke, Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nwachineke is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra, and the greatest man living on this planet presently. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, and a proud disciple of our leader in the person of Nwachineke. And right now, we'll bring in some great men in our midst to discuss the issue of what is happening within this weekend, from the suspension of the seat at home to the kangaroo election in Anambra, the reaction, and also the court case that is coming up on Wednesday this week we are already into. This is what we have for you today. And before we proceed, let me bring in the gentlemen to introduce themselves, then we'll proceed. Barrister Carlo, please can you introduce yourself?
Thank you so much, Mazi Nwachineke. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Thank you so much, Mazi, and I thank all listeners, Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. My name remains Mazi Carlo Agwoburanwa, and I'm from Akano, Ohofia in Umuahia province of Biafra land, and I'm here serving the indigenous people of Biafra in Malaysia as the IPOB National Secretary. Thank you, Mazi Nwachineke. I stand by.
Thank you very much. And Mazi Kachi, please can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Nwachineke. I want to say good day, good morning, good afternoon to dear friends all over the world, wherever you are domiciling from. I am Onyekachi Oma. I am hailing from Omwaki Search in Biafra land. I am residing in Malaysia right now. Thank you so much, Nwachineke. Let's stay on.
Thank you very much. Mazi Kachi, what is your stake and reaction of people regarding the suspension of the sit at home and I would like you to extend it, the positive and the negative impact it has created from your own research?
Thank you, Nwachineke. It's a good time, it's a good day. The sit at home issue and suspension is a welcome idea, and I really thank God for the leadership that God has given to us in this struggle, that is DOS. Firstly, Nwachineke, I want to express my personal disappointment as much as many Biafrans all over the world, because I know we all expected the sit at home to hold, as Zoo is still holding our leader. The passion we have over our leader, all of us, even including DOS, all of us have the passion over our leader, how he was being held there for doing nothing. So we all felt the same thing. But we thank God because our DOS have consulted all the cronies everyone that needed to be consulted, everything as we are in the struggle, and they finalize and consider a lot of things, and from the apex authority, and suspend the sit at home. And also we welcome the idea because we have no other voice at the moment. We have no other person, we have no other authority, we have no other institution that's piloting this movement except installed by Onyendu and the only Mazi Nwachineke, and we thank God for that. The reaction from home, in as much as we understand what transpired, and we also understand that this is both local and international politics. There are many things that people cannot be said online. There are many things that went under the camera. There are some things that the zoo, the DSS, we know their plan, we know their game. Like I said last time, could you imagine in an election in a state, just a simple state, less than 4 million people, that they are pushing over 50,000 armed forces or joint forces of Nigeria, a column of Nigerian powers and forces. They push to just a small state. What are they planning to do? So everything comes at the right time. And I also understand the people's feeling, how they felt about the whole thing. They are passionate about Biafra, our passion about Onyendu Mazi Nwachineke, our willingness even to stay at home over a month or even 2 months in order to pressurize this zoo government to give us our leader. But I want to assure all of you out there, I want to assure you that a lot of things are ongoing. And in as much as we are in this struggle, we have only one voice. And that voice, whatever he said we should do, we have no other choice than to obey. Because we know he has been leading us over 10 years. This struggle has been here over 10 years, and he has been getting it correct. There's no single time he made a decision, the US made a decision, they get it wrong. So we are confident with the people we have. We are confident with the people that are leading us. They will never lead us astray. So I want to advise and I want to assure every Biafran down in Biafra land and in every country of the world that we should stay put to what we believe. Our believing system in this struggle is very strong. And we cannot look back. We cannot listen to any kind of distraction from anywhere because there's no room for that. This struggle is getting to the apex area, is getting to the end. And we are hopefully that very soon, as soon as something great will happen, and all of us will smile. So let's keep on listening to what Nwachineke is saying in Radio Biafra in every way that whatever DOS or Mazi, whatever they said is the only sort of information we have at the moment. And we have to follow up at any point in time. There's no disappointment because we know where we're going. In another election, we can understand what is going on there and what has gone on. That FPC government already elected 10 local government areas. They already printed election results in 10 local government areas before the day of the election. This is what actually have been saying all along, that no matter how we do this, they have already planned how to rig the election, grow the system, the PVC, everything, collaboration with the network providers, the disposition of the PVC in all the populated areas of local government in Anambra State. What that is telling us, because it's not all about your vote, it's all about who they want you to be there. Like we all know, Imo State is a good example, you know. So please, Nwachineke, wherever you are, Biafrans all over the world, let's continue doing whatever we can do. Janjaweed is at our door. That is our focus. And we are ready for them anytime, any moment. And we will make sure that this generation will never abandon this project until we achieve Biafra. And this is where we stand. Thank you, Nwachineke. Let me stop here for the moment. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Kachi. Presently now, I want to still ask you another question before we go to Barrister Carlo. You have seen how these people have somehow tried to manipulate the announcement. What was the announcement is sit at home suspended, but the way they amplified it is like it's trying to work in their own advantage. I don't know what you have to say there to that.
Yeah, the sit at home suspension is like we all always say, and we do say, and we know that struggle have too many faces. And anyone who is trying to take advantage of sit at home, basically from people at home who do not understand too many things in the struggle, as a result of their ignorance, and somebody tries to take advantage either from media source or from anywhere, that person is doing himself, or the group of people that are doing themselves a disservice to the struggle, because there is no way, if we did not understand or follow the DOS, who else? This is an institution. I was telling somebody in the group this morning that institution, the person just said they should resign. I said, I just laughed. The institution doesn't resign. What resign is an individual. And what is their crime? Not because they are doing the right job. So anyone who is trying to take an advantage on sit-at-home issue should retrace his mark or his step backward, because there is nothing like that. This thing is under the principle of leadership of IPOB, and we still maintain that there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be scared of. This is all about distraction. I agree from some social media where people are saying we support, and I also read somewhere a Twitter saying that I am the only man standing, or we are the only man standing. A lot of things are going on, but let's just keep focused on our leaders' release, because that is the main thing that we're here for. How our leader can get back to us and we get Biafra as soon as possible. This should be the center focal of our objective. We should not allow any distraction at this moment. So my point here is, I'm talking to Biafrans in Biafra land to always follow whatever that is coming from Little Biafra. DOS is only institution. Whatever any other person is saying is out of the race, it's out of the system, it's out of what we believe in, it's out of what we're doing, because we cannot, and anybody who is disobeying DOS is invariably disobeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is just the point, the black truth. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazi Kechi. Barrister Carlo, I want to throw this question to you now. I want you to explain how IPOB DOS is right, mostly by exposing or quenching the terrorist attack that have been planned by these people to unleash on this very day in order to tag IPOB a terrorist group. I would like you to take a few time to analyze this very well for the understanding of our people, and for them to know that indeed DOS, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is always 10 kilometers or 10 meters, 60 miles ahead of them. Barrister Carlo. Can you hear me, Barrister Carlo?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. What happened is this. If you have gone to Premium Times, you see their headline, they say, Anambra decides 2021, IPOB has proved it's not a terrorist organization. Okay, now, coming to your question, Mazi Nwachineke, IPOB, the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, has again shown that we are not a terrorist organization, and also at the same time using the opportunity to expose the evil plans of the Nigerian state. Because if you remember, some few weeks ago, the special assistant to the Nigerian president of media, Garba Shehu, he boasted that the trial of our leader and also the events in Anambra State will lead to the demise of IPOB, and also that they were going internationally to convince the world that IPOB is a terrorist organization, because it is this terrorist tag that the Nigerian state is spending a lot of money to convince the world to say that IPOB is a terrorist organization. Now, on this game, what is happening is a game of wits. Our people should understand. In freedom fighting, there is no manual, as we have always said. And also in freedom fighting, you don't have a particular move that you have planned to do, because it is tactical. what the level that this movement has arrived now, it is a point where everybody should understand that there is no roadmap to freedom fighting, no manual. You pick what works for you and forge ahead. Now, the Nigerian state prepared all their weaponry, all their plans in Anambra to make sure that they use whatever they have planned, the outcome, to go and convince the world that this movement is against democratic process. That is number one. You know, when you are doing a freedom fighting and the world is against you because of being opposing to democratic process, that is what Nigerian government planned to rope IPOB into. Thanks to Chukwu Okike Abiyama for the wisdom that he gives the leadership and our leader to navigate through this particular event, because it is so enormous that we must be able to remark that what happened in Anambra election would have made or mar the restoration of Biafra. But I tell you, it is a win-win for the indigenous people of Biafra, because we have used the opportunity to clarify ourselves before the world that we are not a terrorist organization, that what we are seeking for is a fundamental right that is guaranteed both by the United Nations, the Africa Charter, and even the Nigerian Constitution itself empowered us to agitate for self-determination. The Nigerian Constitution also empowered the Nigerian state to play a role, to give us all the logistics that is required for us to exercise the right to self-determination. And we are seeking for this right to self-determination through a referendum, which is a peaceful democratic process. So, Mazi Nwachineke, in answering your question, the tactical move by the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra is one of the perfect and the finest in the history of policy making, if I should use it that way. So they made a right choice and they beat the Nigerian state on their own game. That is a very good kudos to the leadership and our leader, because at that point in time, we were able to disassociate ourselves from the terrorist tag and at the same time make new friends, telling them that we are a democratic people. We are a people that loves peace, justice, and the equity. That is what we are seeking. That is why we are agitating. That is why we will give everything we have to see that the people of Biafra are freed from this enslavement of the Nigerian state. Thank you, Mazi Nwachineke. I stand by.
Thank you very much for that, Mazi Kalu. Now that they try to do their kangaroo election, which we know that every election in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is a fraud, they must do whatever they wish. I don't know if there's any advice you have to give to our people presently now with the heavy security that are still around, and the people, they are buying their conscience with money and all those things. I don't know what you have in mind you may suggest to our people or advise them to do and not to do.
Okay, thank you, Mazi Nwachineke. What I want to say about this is this. I want to, in our place where I come from, that is what we say, it means when, what I want to explain is this. When the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra gives a statement, it is called a policy statement in order to set a record. So, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So, when the leadership comes out to make a statement, it is called a policy statement. That is to say that the leadership has given the direction of the policy towards a particular issue. Now, it is now left for you as an individual to use your number 6, to use your brain. What do we mean by using your brain? You and I, we know that elections doesn't count in Nigeria. You and I know that what they are doing is not an election because they have already selected those whom they want to be there. What they are doing is for you to come out and give them the stamp of legitimacy. So you and I know that those that we have elected have never done anything for you and I. Our roads are dilapidated. We do not have potable drinking water. We do not have uninterrupted electricity generation. When we import our goods from Asia, we are expected to go to Lagos to bring it to Aba. When our child, because our son is from Abia State, he is expected to score 139 points for him to enter into a unity school, whereas someone from somewhere where the Fulani dominate is expected to score 2 or 8. So these are the things that we have seen that have been happening to us, and those people that we have been electing have never made any change into this most important aspect of our lives. So when we calculate all these things, we know that election doesn't count. We do not need the DOS to come and they tell you, do not go and vote or go and sit at home. DOS, our leadership have made a policy statement for a record purpose. You as an individual, use your number 6, use your brain to know that election doesn't count. Going out to vote is endangering your own life because they have already brought in the Boko Haram recruited into the Nigerian army. They have been sent to Anambra, to all the old eastern region, to Biafra land, to go and kill, to go and destroy our land in order to rope it on IPOB. So when you look at all these things, you advise yourself. You use your number 6. You understand what our leaders said. You understand what the policy statement is. You understand what the objective and direction of IPOB is. So you do the needful. Thank you, Mazi Nwachineke. This is all I have to tell them.
Thank you, Barrister Carlo. Mazi Kachi, let's look into the issue of upcoming court case of our leader, which is on Wednesday this week. What are you expecting? What are you expecting in that court case?
Thank you, Nwachineke. Thank you so much for coming back to me again. The court sitting coming up on 10th, a few days from now, we are expecting nothing less than unconditional release of our leader. Trust me, we are expecting nothing less than that. Do you know why? Now, I'm speaking now directly to our clergymen in Biafra land, our elders, our traditional rulers, and all the stuff, all concerned citizens of Biafra. I want to talk to you right now. You have a lot of pressure has been going on since DOS announced one more seat at home, and the DOS have shown to the world that we are democratic and we listen to our people. We yearn alongside with our people because people we are trying to save, they are our concern. And whatever that is their concern is also our concern. And be able to galvanize everything that is happening today to save Biafra land and as well to save the impending genocide, the enemy plan to commit against us in order to fight out the terrorist organization. Now, the upcoming case, I want to talk to them to tell them that Biafrans all over the world are expecting nothing less than our leader to be released. Our leader committed no offense that warranted to be there. There is no court in the zoo. All we have in the zoo is kangaroo court. And in that issue, we have terrorist organization going on in Nigeria. Right now, I just want to tell you something. We know Senator Shehu Sani on his Twitter. He said right away, the game going on at Abuja right now, has already been known and reviewed. And what is the game? That this government, this gang-going government, this terrorist government is going to hand over to Boko Haram and ISWAP. The Islamization agenda has finally been activated. Terrorists have been fully armed with billions of naira acquired through ransom paid to them by Asorok and all innocent individuals all over Nigeria. So I'm telling you now that they have already activated terrorists. They have already planned to hand over Asorok to terrorists. And all we expect at the moment is our leader to be out, our leader to be released, our leader to be released unconditionally. We have had a case from Kenya. Kenya have confirmed that our leader has been unjustly sent back to Nigeria or addition to Nigeria. So we have nothing else to expect from this leadership, all concerned Biafrans, than to go there and do whatever they have to do, because there's no court in Nigeria as far as I'm concerned. There's no court to ledger, there's no judgment, there's no justice in Nigeria. Everything we have there is decided by Asorok. So those ones that handed our leader over to them should go there and bring our leader out. And now they have done their whatever election in another state. It's their own time now to go and do the needful, because on that day, if anything else, anything less than this happen, they should remember, they should know who actually is. They should understand who we are. We are ahead of them in the game, and we know what to do. And everything we're going to do will fall under the ambit of the law. We are not going to answer the law, I mean international law, because the Jew doesn't have any law. The law, whatever they have there is just a cover-up. So, Nwachineke, that day, I want to advise all Biafrans all over the world. I want to talk to them to tell them that they have to continue praying, because Chukwuka Biama, who have led us to this extent, who have led us so far, will continue to be with us. We continue to respond to our requests until the end of the battle. So that day, we also, I know we are still waiting for our DOS to make an announcement of how that day will look like. Maybe there will be a seat, I hope, or not, but it's up to them. But I'm saying now, we have to keep on and keep to the focus to what is coming up now, which is on 10th. Every other thing is past. We are waiting on that 10th, and we want to have our leader and have our Biafra. This is all we are waiting for. Whatever they do else rather than this, well, I wouldn't say anything, but all I can say is we are not going to give up. We are going to play ahead of them, and our leader must come out. There's no abeg on this, because if they have to host somebody in DSS or custody, they should go and arrest this one. This one that is killing or destroying the whole Nigeria, killing everyone, you know, or are we talking about armed herdsmen or whoever, terrorist herdsmen? None of them have been faced any judgment in Nigeria. Rather, they recruited them every month, every time, and call them so-called Boko Haram or herdsmen. And yet somebody who have never killed an ant, and you hold him for over 5 months now without any single reason. So we're expecting him to believe that the Mazi. Any other thing outside this will not be accepted by their friends. Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you, Mazi.
Thank you. Barrister Carlo, regarding the court issue, court sitting that is coming up, do we really have, do our leader really have anything to do with Nigerian court based on the international law that have been broken, extraordinary rendition? And from there, I would like you to give us your prediction, how you expect it to turn out on that day.
All right, thank you so much, Mazi Nwachineke. Number one, what I expect, my expectation is that even before that day, our leader is supposed to be released unconditionally. Because number one, our leader have not committed any crime known to any law. And secondly, Nigerian states and the Kenya breached international law by extraordinarily renditioning our leader to Nigeria without due process, because I have what our legal counsel said. Let me quote. He said in a tweet, in his defense filed in court on the 2nd of November, Kenya admits that there is no record from any of the police stations within the country to indicate that Nnamdi Kanu was lawfully arrested and detained. In other words, he was renditioned and therefore should be released. So what I'm saying is this: in as much as the Nigerian state breached international law, in as much as Nigeria committed the offense, crime of extraordinary rendition. Therefore, the issue of having a jurisdiction to try our leader on the 10th of November is null and void. Therefore, our leader should be released unconditionally. You know, Mazi, Nigeria is a lawless society. I must say it because Nigeria doesn't law. Nigeria doesn't respect her own treaties. Nigeria doesn't respect the engagement have internationally. Why I say this is because Nigeria has been violating the Africa Charter on human and people's rights to the extent that in 2018, Africa Commission issued a provisional ruling on the issue of IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, and the Nigerian
263 73499 plus 183 263 73499 or plus 614 818 70925 plus 614 818 70925 plus 614 818 70925. Any of this line you call, you will have access to us. We can hear you, you can hear us, and you can make your contribution or your submission. And I have a call on the line. Must be Dr. Mbadiwe. Doctor, can you hear me? Dr. Mbadiwe, can you hear me? I don't think. Let's take this call. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Nwachineke.
Welcome.
Mazi Nwachineke Totoma. Brother. Mazi, my name is Mazi Alamoka, calling from Zoo Country, Nasarawa. Mazi, nchọrọ ka m jiri opportunity wee kene gị. May Chukwu okike abịa ma gbaa gị ume. I listened for your program yesterday in the morning. Mazi, na-ekene unu niile. Unu nwanne ya na-enye anyị adịya, many adịya. Ọkacha this adịya unu nyere anyị this morning. This okwu anyị niile kwuru this morning. Chukwu bụ onye unu mme. Kama Mazi Nwachineke, o nwere nchọrọ ka m rịọ unu. Unu biko, unu ewekwe iwe otu some people na-ekwu against our people, our DS of this na-ewe n'iwe. No, iwe na-ewe anyị ewu. Igbo ọchịa na nwere oge our leader nọ. Ihe otu na-asị, boys na-asị nye ọda. So ọda nke unu nyekwara anyị. So that was them the people because of this year before that election. I think on Friday every 18th Aban I didn't answer that year. The following day, very many people they we come on, onye were iwe onye no bo so ya na-eme kwuru against no one no biko no bahare because of gini. He watch oge our leader now. You onwe as nyoda eme nka. Yes, the order you watch here without a broad and because our leader was Nigeria, Nigeria, head. Okay, can today. So Biko, Kunduna na Mida, no Kuna, name good, no because no everybody. Here in our chalk again, Ufuka in our chalk, Kaimuti and our chalk, I'm again. Because the bro told me to get it, or both on Kemode, or what. So attack everybody. So you know everybody. No way I'm sorry you do not attack some people now. Maybe na media. Like someone attack someone. Yes, only cool big here. I wanted to say, oh go on this. Oh go on that put away with I hand choro. They get step down. Oh go on can make it. I get step down. But yes, only high na zoro. High na zoro organize anyị niile. Maazị, dem na agwu onye ọbụla na-eme ka anyị nwere onwe anyị ọbụla dị sike. Akparịa gị jos gbaghara onye anwa ihe anyị na-achọ gị ka anyị nweta anyị na-achọ enwere m ọtụtụ okwu this morning ka m chọrọ ndị sadem chọpụrụ na ị ga-emepe data our chido yesterday ọ bụ emepere ya for this month ka m kpọọ gị biko na everybody na-arụ na redio ebe ọbụla ị na-arụ nke gị biko onye ọbụla ihe anyị na-achọ buto ka anyị chọrọ asị anyị kwụsị ya ka anyị ọbụla kwụsị ya o nwere reason anyị onye ọbụla onye datasi kwụsị ya because na ọzọ ụta na Nigeria maazị ka m gwada eziokwu yesterday ebe m nọ na this zoo ịma na abalị yesterday na onwere dịka fuel na ebe anyị nọ na obe ndị a na-ekele m na onwe ihe anyị wụ anyị shọt obodo ahụ ka m fụzote ha ga-eji were ebute fuel na izu ebe ha na-ekele m na ha nwere ihe ha eche na ọzọ anyị bụkwa ya ihe na-enye nsogbu everywhere nwere ebe enye nsogbu ọ bụ na ifere ekpere ndị anyị imepe ọnụ wee si story ọkacha disel flev ndị anyị nwere na igbo gọvanọ ọhanaeze kama nke a gaa na biko onye ọbụla gbaghara ebe biko onye na-ekwu na-ekwu n'ofe onye mmadụ kwuru na midia onye ọbụla rapụ datin because oge ga-ekwu data okwu ahụ dịka ị na-adụ tresed ihe onye a na-ekwu ifu nke chọrọ ikwu okwu na ikwu okwu ọ bụghị ihe niile e kwuru isadịnya asata ya datin ọ bụrụ adịka onye a na-aka asịrị biko anyị ka m na-ayọ everybody mgbe Chukwuoke na-agba onye ọbụla ome si na ha Chukwuoke na pray ọkachasị ma leader ebe ọbụla ọ nọ ekpere anyị from now to that on 10th na ga-erelease our leader biko de nwere mata okwu biko ma brother God bless you.
Ndewo ka I were Mazi Chinemerem, can you hear me? Chinemerem, can you hear me? Mazi Chinemerem, can you hear me?
Mazi bless you. Yeah.
Udo.
I am Mazi Chinemerem, and Mazi Elohim bless you. Bless those that are working as Jesus Christ to restore the kingdom of God on earth. Mazi, what happened has happened. Yes. Yeah. Our DOS, I know that some of them are listening. And the and our director said 100 men to restore Biafra. And that 100 men must tested and okay. Anything for their upliftment and tested and to be okay. So now we tell her and I want to work because more than I begin to understand. Mas, according to our brothers' email interviews now, concerning that are prisoners, so now to election. Mas, those people are I6, Al-Qaedas. And now, the election of Hannah, how to go since? Do you know that today, how can I to election? And Monday, how can I to vote? So, from the vote to vote, but you know, sometimes even our side, all the bo, the bo neji mporoheji ekuoku, the bo neji ekoaka, the bo neji nkwachonu ekuoku. Mana today, Odrezi Otua, Asina Toro Maramara Toro Feke, Face Novia. I'm sorry to say this. All Martin and the Cabinet are returned from Feke. All of us now before, but Martin and the Cabinet come and rescued us. And that's we are not interested of Anambra election. We are not interested of politics of Nigeria. What we are interested is freedom. That's all. Our own. Nkani, we're not there before. Why mbuke? Okay, no party. Nana nkabu nkani kaina so. Oburu nkende Nigeria pretended. So and then we were all and some of our brothers now got to Facebook, social media. Mazi, I've gone from Facebook for a long time because I saw that Facebook is a gossip place. All these people now worry on our Facebook. Mazi, if a little breeze blow in Facebook, they will not stand. People, all these people now because it's a free world. It can be there doing video, posting, doing all this talking rubbish. If a little breeze blow in that Facebook, they will not stand. You will see all of them run. Here the name made that because when you subscribe to rubbish, you give them money. That is what they are doing. They are doing. I am not in Facebook. The only platform I know I am interested is Radio Biafra. That I am in contributed. Yes, this is platform and I know that in Radio Biafra have a structure. We have a spokesman by Mapafu. We have the Directorate of State. We have state coordinators. We have local government coordinators. We have all senatorials. So why am I going to Facebook and listening to junk? So I'm not interested on that Facebook. But I want to take DOS.
Exactly.
And I have upliftment and the tested to be among the 100 men who they are waiting for time to strike. You know, our director is a prophet. He said they will come here and all of them will die. na ha na-eme election. Those people ama mgbe ebutere ha ayamakwa mgbe ebughachitere ha display go ebe ha siri display ma we are not afraid of them. We are waiting. God bless you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, Mazi Chinemerem. Thank you very much. Those people, we know when they brought them, but we have not seen when they are taking them back. Let's take this caller. Caller, can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Mazi, check email.
Yes, so good morning, sir.
Yeah, check email.
Morning, dear friends. Morning, everywhere you are. Good evening and good night. Okay. I just want to thank Elohim for another day today. So I hope I'm coming out a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so let me start by appreciating those that the last group of persons, honorables that you interviewed, the lawyers. Sorry, there is something that made me to refer them back. The last person said that one of the reasons of these misbehaviors among us, not all the IPO.
Brother, we can't hear you. Brother, we can't hear you. Let's take this. Mazi Ifanye, can you hear me? Ifanye, can you hear me? Mazi Ifanye, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go on. Udo? Ọkwa Ifeanyị ka mụ na ya na-ekwu.
Ndewo Nwachineke. Ụtụtụ ọma.
Na-ekwunu gaa n'iru.
Okay, good morning. Ụtụtụ ọma, good morning.
Maazị Kwuezi na anụgonu m ụtụtụ ọma ahụ, ehihie ọma, abalị ọma. Continue.
Okay, ndewo Maazị Ifeanyị na-ekwu. Ana m ekwu from obodo Zuru, Nigeria. Anọ m ife na-ekwu since morning. Eziokwu ka ị na-ekwu. Mana anyị nwa bụ nọ na ndịda anyị fọkụ ihe niile si wee mee. Most of us anyị nche obi adịchara ndị mmadụ mma. So mana from ihe na-ekwu n'otu a ka anyị cha some of us bido nweta brain behind that. So ihe mma bụ na ihe gbasara struggle, ihe nwere onwe ya dị adịcha izi. Ọ na-abụ agagidekwe enwe ọgbata ohe n'ime onwe anyị or something like that. Ma dị ya na-emekwa ukwu na-esi anyị ike, obi na-esikwa anyị ike. So ihe na-ekwu abụrụ ihe ọzọ bụ na nke mere emego. So ihe anyị ma weda ma election ma atụrụ ọdụ na onwe ihe gbasara na election onye anyị ma onye ndu anyị nwere ike pụtara anyị wee dukwa fit ka na-elide anyị ebe anyị na-aga. So ihe m mara ihe na-ekwu bụ biko nwoke si nwaanyị si all these gossipers ka hapụ odo okwu ka anyị focus ọ na-achụ ihe anyị na-achụ. So and ịbịakwana ihe ndị Boko Haram and bandits ya ndị a na-egbugharị mbụ all these terrorists nọ n'obodo Nigeria, ha na-ese okwu anyị nwa dị ama onwe ndị na-amanụ a na-alụkwa ọgụ nwe ya na ama ha ga-edozikwa pụtakwa ka na-achụ ha na-achụ. So and o nwere ihe ikuku ekwuo maka asụsụ Igbo. Asụsụ Igbo amaka ọsọ oke oyibo anyị na-asụkwa sometimes ọ na-enyekwa ọ na-emekwe ndị mbụ Fulani nwa nwere ebe ha nwere ọdụ isi ha na-egekwa oyibo too much. Mana ọ na-asụ Igbo na ọ na-asụ asụsụ anyị o nwere ihe anyị ga na-ekwu na-atụ ilu ama na-ama ihe na-eme. So a na-abụkwa asụkwa na oyibo adọrọ mma mana asụkwa oyibo sụsụsụ Igbo ọ na-enyekwa aka n'ebe anyị nọ. So and ihe gbasara sichatoma a kansụl ya mana ebe nọ na Enugu steeti ebe ọbụla kpọkwa nkụ since nwanne ụnyaahụ. So nwere onwe pụtakwara ilu aka ị na-emechi bank ị na-emechi nwee ife na-aga aga. So na nsogbu dọrọ ya mma na-asụ ka anyị na-eje n'ubi ka ọlụ na-aka. Ndewo Nwachineke.
Ndewo Maazị Ifeanyị. Ndewo jisi n'ike ebe onye okwu ya kwụsị ike onye amana jijiji onye so na ngọngọ ọ naghị adịcha ụta ahụ esi wee chee ya ọkwa eme nke a mana uche onye ọbụla ya adịrịrị ebe ahụ uche dị a na-aga before you know it, we're buying a jet. Thank you very much, Mazi Fanye Disike. Let's take this call. Mazi Chukwudi Okike. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon to you. How are you doing?
Udo?
Okay.
Mazi, Mazi,
I'm coming. Yes, I'm here.
Who is in our Jamaican? The mother negenti. A banket or this I pro out of air. People we can think on if I'm not amazing.
No, I'm talking, but it's not coming out. I've been talking.
Tiono again, a mic, no pusika. We forgot voice in the other if I have internet.
Okay. Okay, the better now.
Continue your time. You got to again, push your quicker.
Okay. First of all, I submit Mazi Oscar. Okay. Mazi Oscar, you're doing very well in Asia. You're doing very, very well. How which other coordinators can do what you're doing? Other national reps. Mazi Oscar, I thank you and your team. Couldn't you buy this man or talk? You know, it's because of that particular man who millions of Biafrans in jail, and some of them, when they not get what kind of a country is that? America has issued a statement some time ago because of Malami that it's not doing a good job because people are not going to court, not allowing people to go to court or even allowing their lawyers to visit them. That man has destroyed Nigeria. But one thing that I know, that whatever Malami and his cohort are doing is to the benefit of Biafra, even though it's very, very painful. Thank you so much, Mazi KK. And then our also brothers that came on the air, I want to appreciate all of you. And also want to contribute on what you said about the kings and the chiefs and the priests. The ball is in your court. I have to in any way again. We have not, you are not part of what we are doing. But since you want to be part of what we are doing now, you are welcome. Good morning to you, the priest and the king and the chief. Now, I saw anybody tell you again what happens to you if you don't go and do the needful. On the 10th, we want to see all of you in Abuja. The whole world has declared that the kidnap of our leader is illegal. So go and ask them to release your son. Go and ask them to release your brother. Go and ask them to release Onyenduaye, because if you fail this time around, your children must hold you responsible. IPOB will hold you responsible. Biafrans will hold you responsible. Now, the last thing I'm about to say that I didn't want to say anything about, even in being a principal officer for the few days that it has been going on, is about the cancellation of the sit at home. People should understand that we have never called of election, people to vote or not to vote. We are only boycotting it by sitting at home. We have nothing to do with what they are doing. If you look at now, they have wasted their time to go and take prisoners. They have wasted their time to go and take people from all walks of life to come and do their election. And if there is a problem in Anambra, when people that are aspiring to be a governor, they will say it's because of IPO. For now that we allow people to go out, if they want to vote, they vote. You find out that there is nothing happening in that area. So you can't hold us responsible. And you must understand, Biafrans all over the world, we are in a struggle for freedom. When people are attacking DOS, we all felt a little bit, I didn't felt a little bit bad, too much bad. I felt a little bit, okay, the game has changed. Negotiation is on the table. It's part of this. That's what I felt that day. And again, I felt that our leader gives this a command. And people are saying our leader is in prison. We cannot know our leader. Where he is, yes, he's in a dungeon. But our leader is a political prison. He is there for negotiation. He's there to come out with a flag. If you call and say, uplift it, there is something that they see. And I want on let me tell our people, COS, people are talking a lot about Mazi Nwachineke and the rest. COS, you must understand what it is. The whole Biafra land, 11 states are represented in COS. It's not one person. So there's no need for you to say, Mazi Nwachineke. Some people cannot even take care of their family than to come out and be swearing at a whole people that have been in government for over 10 years with our leader. You can say your mind, you're not satisfied because we need only to out. If you're talking about people that have died, I have lost my elder brother in this struggle. But I am not going to say because I've lost my elder brother, Mazi Nwachineke, why is the cancer? Only that time again cancer. No, there is a negotiation going on. He might not even say a lot of things about why he canceled, why he asked the election to be to be suspended. You might not even know what it is. He just said, I had a Nande priest Naka. He used that system personally to make sure that these people, if you fail us now, you have failed us forever, and we are not going to listen to all of you again. Are you going to talk about the letter from America that Nigeria is looking for us to be a terrorist? There's a lot going on. Please, my people, calm down. We are there. We are there. Mazi Nwachineke, you're doing a good job. Carry on. See your brother, Mazi Nwachineke from South Africa. Ndewo, my brother.
Ndewo, Mazi. Ndewo, Jisike. Thank you very much and keep on the good work. If all of us are understanding in this way, it will make the job to be more easier for us. That is what we are trying to let us know. It will be more easier so that when such a drastic decision is being taken, the leadership will not be so worried or feel how is the people going to think or whatever, whereby they are doing it for our own good. So I'm happy for what Mazi Okike just said now. That is how it should be. If you understand, I understand Mazi Fanyu was also speaking in the same direction. Then the problem won't be much for us, because most of the time what we are afraid of is the internal reaction from our people when some certain decisions are about to be taken, which will be on our own benefit, not for the benefit of any other person. Thank you very much for that, Mazi, and let's take this call. Caller, can you hear me?
Mazi Nwachineke, good morning to you, Mazi. I greet you, I can hear you.
Udo, that should be Ugo.
Yes, Mazi. I know you are surprised to see me with this particular line. I think I will discuss that with you later.
All right.
All right. So, greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, Biafrans all over the world. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Abiyama, that reside in the highest heaven, will continue to be our strength and keep us moving forward. Mazi, thank you for the work that you are doing, the way you are making our brothers and sisters to know the right thing to do. More especially our people that you are bringing to morning on Sundays for them to encourage us and at the same time make a very good justice to this particular matter. Like the first people in the morning that discuss about a particular one jihadist man. I've forgotten the name of that man.
Abubakar Malami. Abubakar Malami is a
yes.
chief. Abubakar, Attorney General of the Federation of the Ministry of Injustice of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Abubakar Malami.
Yes, that is it. There is something that our brother said that I love much for that his topic. He said, these people, when you hear their name, you will think that they are old people, but not knowing that they are youth. They are young in age, but they continue to commit atrocity, commit evil in our land. And some of our people are keeping quiet, but when they are old, they're supposed to protect. You will see them saying, that small boy. Our people, I think it is time for us to recognize this fact. We need to call a spade, because if we continue to be silent on the face of evil, definitely evil will visit every one of us. That is the reason why so many of us, we have woken up and said, we can never be silent any longer. But the person that set the pace for us to follow, he is our leader, Mazi Nwachineke. That is the simple truth. So anything that anybody is doing today to talk about this honest man of our own time, the most honest person of our own time, Chukwu Kabiama, send a message. If you are saying anything against him, that is your own. But one thing I'm telling you is that this man is on the mission of the salvation of his people. That Chukwu Kabiama send him, and he's doing it perfectly. So whatever, any other thing that you are saying, that is your own. I want to make it clear that the Directorate of State of IPOB, they are doing what our leader wants. They are doing, nobody is betraying anybody. For those of you that is saying, nah, stop saying that. But I'm using this opportunity to encourage our people, to tell our people to listen to Radio Biafra, because there is fake news everywhere. There is false information spreading on that your social media you are going every time. I don't condemn people that is in social media, but I condemn whenever you hear something and you conclude on that. Our leader make it clear, 2014, that if you want to know the truth, why can't you listen to this hallowed platform? Why can't you consult this honest platform that was established for you to know the truth? And that is Radio Biafra. Even the Zoom media, they are saying all manner of noise. They support evil, just as our brother said. They conclude to protect evil because of one thing or the other. Mazi, let me say this. I think I have mentioned this before. There is one of our brother. He's a broadcaster in a zoo station, zoo radio station. They go after him with DSS and he run away. Rather, we did our best to secure him as of that time, just because he said the truth. And he said he can never be silent, he can be quiet at the face of injustice. So for coming on air to say it, they say, why must you say this? They go after him, the management of the company, the radio station, go after him immediately. They call up and down from Abuja to Iguacha, where the headquarters is, from Iguacha to Enugu here. They ordered for his arrest. And Chukwu Kabiama protect him. This our brother, somehow maybe listen to my voice, is a strong member. Let me say this. He sacrificed that position just because of the truth. I want to tell all of you that DOS, Nnamdi Kanu, so many of us, we have made a lot of sacrifice if you don't know. If you don't know, but we are not here today, what we are looking for is ours. And that is the reason why we are saying that nobody can take this land. If you like, this is our own, you can never get it. You can't get it, you can't get it. You must go and cherish your own. Everybody get his own. Everybody have his own land. The Almighty God knows the reason why he allowed different races in a planet Earth. So you have no right to kill others to take his land. You can never succeed. For those of you that is taking the natural resources in our land and you are killing us and you think you have arrived, you think it is your portion, you have the power to take another man's land, you will never succeed. What the indigenous people of Biafra is demanding is the freedom of our land. We are not demanding for another person's land, and that is the reason why we can never give up. Mazi, please, thank you so much. After the broadcast, please, Mazi, I want us to talk. Thank you so much, Nwachineke.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi Ugu. Thank you. Thank you. I will get back to you immediately after this broadcast. Thank you. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra Hausa Service 2 coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those calling from Biafra land, I want to pick your call, but network, I don't know the kind of network. I prefer to pick your call. Must be unstoppable. Mazi, get email. It's been long.
It's been long. Watching it.
Get email. No. Network. Call from the zoo. Network, oh no. I will drop other people's call to pick your call. But when I pick your call, or quite the same thing. Unstoppable, your line is not connecting, it's reconnecting, and it must be data from your side. It must be data from your side. It must be data from your side. But if you reload again, you can call back. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, continue. Continue.
Mazi, I say make you there is two songs I love to sing. We used to sing in our Shabbat. That song says, "Mbifufe gefe osisi." It says, "Omemma chere mma ya, onye ome njọ mgbe njọ ga-abịa agbakwala ọsọ." Mazi, I like what my brother says. Also, no, si ọwụla kwuchiri ụzọ na-ebu akpa mma. Mazi, there is something I wanted to suggest to the DTH. Thing I wanted to suggest is Mazi laid a strong foundation for us. And what is that foundation? I quote to Anyemotu. I quote to Anyeme House. This thing are making our brothers to look at us as if we are not serious on what we are doing. That's why everybody want to hear the truth or want to follow the first order. In the first place, in the first sit at home, the issue, the one we said, if they did not release our director, or if our director did not come to court, we will be sitting at home every Monday. DOS later come up and cancel it. Which this we are in the Biafra land taking the heat. We resist that we must sit at home. We are the one taking the pains. Immediately they cancel it. The thing began to cause problem to with us and some of our brothers, because many will come out. The other ones will come and they interrupting them in their business. They are telling them that they sit at home as they cancel. And the other one will be saying that so long as that order have been issued the first time, we will follow the first one, that we are not going back. That is the reason why they say that DOS has collected money. Now, secondly, this one now, they issued that order of 7 days sit at home. We accepted it. Now, coming at the middle and say that they have cancelled it, is another thing making of some of our brothers to lose what they used to earn money. I was bitterly annoyed. I don't know, you know that this Zoo security, they are using this opportunity to maltreat our people. Immediately they say sit at home. When that order is carried out, and the BOS now cancel it, our people will come out the intention of that the sit at home is no longer effective. Now these people will use that opportunity to begin to persecute them and to destroy our things, telling us that we have a sit at home. They will label it on IPOB or instant security that we are killing our brother. So we need to look into this area, because immediately the DOS cancel the sit at home, and the people that don't want to sit at home, they will come out, and the Zoom military will use that opportunity to kill them or to burn their motorcycle or their machine or their motors. Now they will not label it on ESM, and the thing is hitting us hard. So I would like them to correct it that area. Anytime they want to issue that sit at home order or want us to embark on a journey, they will give us a concrete information, not reaching at the middle. They will cut it off. It makes so many people to back down. So that is it, my brother.
Before you go, I want to ask you some question. Unstoppable, I want to ask you some question. Who is the head of the IPOB? Who is the head?
Mazi Nwachineke.
The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra.
That is the only man I hear his voice.
Good and fine. Kende Chika Edoziem na nochitanya ya. Inani ihe nnekwu ka onye Chika Edoziem na nochitanya ya. The directorate.
Ọ na-anọchite onye ndu, anya onye ndu, ọ na-anọchite anya onye ndu.
Mgbe o ziri ozi ahụ n'ikuku, igere ozi ahụ o ziri.
Isi mgbe
o ziri ozi, mgbe ọ gbasara ozi n'ikuku, igere ntị n'ihe o kwuru.
Yes.
Ka ihe o kwuru, ka onye o si kwu ya.
Ọ bụrụ na ndị Zoo erelease gị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on the deadline is that on 4th on 4th of
nke ikpete maazụ nke asọ ndị nọ n'ụlọ anọzina n'ụlọzi onye ọbụla pụtasịa.
No, I didn't. I was not around. I was not close to my. Problem I were here.
Unstoppable.
Problem I were here now. Yes, my brother.
No
problem I were about one hour. That is the problem. And even though my recharge a card like this to connect to the internet, I won't listen to the news.
Okay. Tupu m aga n'ihu ikwuchapụta okwu nke mbụ bụ na amaghị m ihe na-eme redio steshọn anyị nọgasị ebe ahụ eti ya echi akụkọ aba arụrụ rụcha ihe niile arụrụ ekwere anyị nkwa na aba agaghị emebizi ahụ emebi nke ikpete maazị ọ pụtara. Adịkwa m surprise ịnụ na ọ naghị ekwu ahụ okwu from you, but adị m sure ekele ọrụ ekene ege ntị, maybe you come and clarify. A na-agba mbọ ịhụ that na radio station nọchi everywhere onye ọbụla na-ege ntị. Somehow dịka na Anambra agaghị m blame most people na-anụhụ because ndị m kpọrọ ka na ha taa ntị taa. Maazị Udemba na-ekwu na n'ọka ebe ya nwa nọ na ha na-ada anụ ihe ha ma mmadụ redio anaghị ekwu ebe ahụ. And nke ahụ kwana you don't need to blame them. Ka ekwuchakwara na the thing nke Chikedoziem zitiri ozi ndị politician bịabịa were ọsị na nnu tinyezie ya ebe ọ ya atọ ụtọ ka ha wee nwee ike nweta ife ha na-achọ. Ịkọwatara gị ọfụma na ajụjụ njụga gị ihe o kwuru bụ na onye na-edu njem anyị nọ n'ime ya bụ onye n'ebe ozi ya na-ezi na o si na ebe onye isi na-edu njem a ọwụghị ya nwakwuru ya n'onwe ya ka a ghara ịbịa na-asị emekwa ọtọ meghọta ikweteburu ịkọnkọrọ wit ilu our brother Chinemerem tụrụ n'osisi nọchiri ụzọ na-ebe ịkpa mma mana enwezi ike isi kọọ akwa akụkọ gị kọpa ha ya nwa gị buru ịkpa mma ma not too much agaghị egbutu ya egbutu onye kwupụta ọsọsọ ịkpa mma ka a na-egbunye ya nwa bụ Maazị Edoziem n'ahụ ngasị ya dịbe n'ọhịa ya nwa tukwutere ịghọtago. Mana enweziri ndị nọ n'akụkụ, enwe ndị highway nọ n'akụkụ, ndị a ji traktọ, ndị a ji katapila ka ha bụpụzie dị osisi abụpụ zọ ihe anyị ji na-ekwu and ka ha na-emekwana ya onwe ndị na-aghọta ahụ ihe a na-eme ha na-akọrido ndị ahụ anya and achọkwara m ka gị masoro ụdị ndị ahụ ihe mee na ị ga-ejisi ike na-ege ntị kwụma ka Chukwu kabịa ma mee ebere redio ga-anọgodo ka ego ịtụnanya bata gị aka ka ị wee nwee ike gụrụ data na-etinye na-ege ntị jizikwa aka gị because iwe onye mgbasa ozi n'olu gị ka iwe nwekwa ike na-agbasa ozi na-agwakwa ndị be anyị ife na-eme. Nke ikpete maazị na-ekwu na ya bụ onye na-ege ntị ga-ege ntị na redio Biafra ọwụghị ebe ọzọ, ọwụghị ihe niile na-agbasa ozi directorate si gbasaa nke a na-agbasa kịta na ozi directorate sikwe n'aka onye ndu. O nwere ndị na-agbasa nke ha na-agbasa ya na ọ bụ ife ha ji achọ onye ego ha na-agbasa ya ha ji achọ onye ego ebe a ka ha si eri ihe and ha ga-ekwu okwu dabara adaba, ha ga-ekwu okwu na-atọ ụtọ na ntị, ụmụ ashịrị a na-atọ ụtọ na ntị, ha ga-ekwu ya n'ụdị ahụ. Ndị ahụ na-abịa ege ya agaghị ege ya ma ha agaghị atịrị ha nwa ose na nne ha na-agbachapụrụ ha ma ka okwu ahụ na-aga n'ihu. Ihe nchọ ka ndị be anyị na-aghọta mana na redio Biafra nweghị onye na-enweta anything, onye ọbụla na-ekwu uche ya arụ, o ji obi ya niile na-arụ ọrụ ọ na-arụ. Ọhịa o ji dị mkpa igetegodo ebe ọzọ bịa tụkwa ya na nke igete na redio Biafra tupu gị ewere ya mewe ihe. Onye ọbụla ga-apụta na-akọ ihe ọ chọrọ ịkọ ka o nwee ike tụ ụtọ. Ọta nnọkịta na ọ bụrụ na m na-akọ ya ebe a na aka m wee nweta ihe m ga-eri nọọ ebe a ka m si enwe ihe m ga-eri direct, agaghị m na-akọ ya ọta ya ngara akọ ya m gasị na Chikedoziem na Obianọ nyere ya 40 billion, Buhari nyere ya 30 trillion, Chinasa Nworu anarago 80 billion. Ihe m ga na-akọ ebe a ụdị akụkọ ahụ ha ga-ala ike ya ha na-akụrụ m aka awere m super chat ma na-eri ịghọtago. So ụmụ ihe ndị a ka anyị ga-aghọta mana onye na-ekwu eziokwu a na-atọcha ụtọ sometime. So Jisike, my dear brother, I'm happy to hear from you today. Gụnwa bụ Maazị Unstoppable. Not tego. Thank you very much. Let me take this call. Let me take this call. Caller on the line. Can you hear me? Caller, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Get him, my dear brother.
Udo. Mazi.
Mike, no, begging.
No, okay. For my own understanding and definition of what DOS did last 2 days, I don't see any blame on DOS. There's nothing like blame. But do you know why? My own definition of wisdom, when you say that that this man has a wisdom, is not ordinary words. Just wisdom is not ordinary words. You understand? But my own definition of wisdom is knowing the long term of consequences of your actions. Do you understand me, Mazi? A wisdom man, anybody that have that thing called wisdom, you must think, reason, weigh before you take any action. You understand? Because the actions you take today, maybe in the next 50 years, you will still on it. So what they did is, in fact, to the cancellation of that sit at home, in fact, is 10 over 10. You understand? Because what is the plan? The same thing happened during 2019 election. These people, they have already planned on what to do. Then when we come and cancel the sit at home, they now cancel the election and go and digitalize. That's the same thing that happened on this one now. You will see now, this one now, in fact, they don't even know where to start. You understand? Because they are planning to tag us, tell all this. They are planning.
Ọ bụ ụmụ nghọta ka nsọ ya n'asụsụ be anyị ọ bụ ụmụ nghọta anyị na-achọ ka ndị be anyị na-aghọta ịghọtago onwere onye ihe niile a na-atụ ya nwe ihe eji eme onweghị onye ọ na-adabara ha nwa na onwe ha ama mana ọ gaghị abịa sị agaghị eme ya oge ruwezie anyị gbasaa ihe anyị na-eme ka ndị be anyị ghọta ije gị ghọta ya gbasala so that ndị mba ụwa kwen agaghị akpọ anyị aha ndị a na-achọ ka akpọ anyị ka anyị ghọta ndị ka anyị were ire na-aga eze ọnụ ekwuru m okwu ọtụtụ oge na broadcast m megasịrị abalị ole ma ole then ha nwa na onwe hazi na ị ga-ahụzi kịta na ha na-agbagharị na asị na Soludo na-arụ Obianọ aka ọ na-asabotaji ya ịghọtago ọ na-akwụnyere ndị APC enwezi onye na-akpa anyị afa kịtazi ịghọtago enwezi onye na-akpa ya afa mana ifefe a na-eme na anaghịzi aga pipụl apụtara ụdịrị ụtọ tehazi wee mee ndị fa chọrọ igbufe egburo ihe awụ dịka anyị gbasiri n'obi ọrụ ana m abịa enwere nchọ ka nkọwata n'olu Igbo ọ ka a na-ekwu ofu ka a na-ekwu ibe ya olu Igbo ka m ji akọwata ife a bụ ihe niile anyị shishikọ bịa gbasaa ya ife ihe a ji ego taa enwe mgbe anyị na-echerefe echiche ọma onwe mgbe anyị na-achọ ka ọ gazie rufa onwe mgbe anyị na-achọ ka anything mana anyị apụnụchabeghị ụdị okwu ịbụọ anyị agaghịkwa na-apụta kwụsị ike si ọnwụ sọ ọ ga-abụrịrị ọta ụmụ ihe ndị ahụ ihe anyị chọrọ onwe okwu Maazị Udemba kwuru ebe a ụmụ ihe ndị a ka anyị chọrọ ka ndị be anyị ji si ha na-aghọta the only place m ga-ewere blame n'ọnwa anyị bụ ndị na-edegasịrị m ife na ndị na-ekwu okwu si redio anaghị ekwu ebe dị ọta because nke m ga-asị under normal circumstances redio niile nọ na Anambra steeti kwesịrị ịdị na-ekwuchi okwu o kwesịrị ịdị na-ekwu okwu ebute blame on that mụ a ga-eme ya accept si ndị isi anyị ha mee ya accept because o kwesịrị ka fanụ ihe a mana apart from that otu esi wee mee ife a mụ na gị kwesịrị ịghọta ya ozugbo so that onye na-arụzi aka na-ekwu anything ọ chọrọ ikwu gị maazị na onye soro anyị kwa mgbe eri soro anyị
maka na maazị mụnwa ghọtara maka na ndị niile ebita n'ụlọ nga
ọ bụrụ Igbo ka eji eme njọsụ kwuo okwu a n'Igbo.
Fine. I understand very well because you see those people that they brought out from prisons. They are our brothers and sisters. You understand?
Are you sure all of them are from prison? Are they not Al-Shabaab?
Yeah, no. Some. some are prisoners, which their plan is to kill them and tag them that it's IPOB that killed all of them, and kill some policemen and military men and tag them that it's IPOB that killed them. This is the plan. For them, from there, when the president of the zoo called what's the name of this president of the zoo? I forget his name. The main president, not the impostor, the main president of the zoo. He came out and said that he will make sure that that the tag that the world recognize IPOB as a terrorist group. You understand? This is their plan, and all of their plans have failed. So now we win to IPOB, 10/10 to IPOB. Mazi, go on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, and keep on. Caller on the other line, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, Mazi. Good morning. How are you?
Welcome.
Adi Mumma, Ahamobo Wada, Marian Heder, and Mapo from United States. Okay. I asked him, can you kill Ohela first of all, Kelunine, but come to or Tinyakana in Ali Mene. Indo Lai Garota Ona. Iha name, Ahromia as not chase, the game of the masters. So it's not about emotions. To start with, this build up, amen. Name argue why I just say again, it's a kind of a build up. If they can pay attention on how they Eduanya, Lanya, Haga Honda, here governs Renanka, DOSB, we see now, Onya Patakwaleji, Onya Apatakwaleji, they have to separate the grammar. DOS never said, do not vote. When that announcement was said, it was said, we are going to sit at home in protest for Mazi's detention. That was the argument. Even 3 days before the cancellation or the suspension, Mazi Edozie came out and repeated the same thing. We are not involved in the election. We have no interest. The purpose of our sitting at home is in protest for them keeping Mazi behind closed doors without any trial. So we are agitating, we are protesting because we can't come out and protest, they will kill us. So we are sitting home and telling them to release them before the election day. Now, what they were doing is to bring them to table. I don't know what is going behind yours. I don't know why they suspended it, but I'm looking at it from that critical point of view. That thing they did was what made Nigerian government to do all the brahaha they did, which has now thrown this movement into the global stage. People have to understand what is going on. We are not there yet. And you don't want to tag off international terrorist organization, which is what Nigeria is looking for. So this is a strategy. This thing has brought the agitation to the international attention. Those who even were not interested, they have paid attention. So now you have achieved your aim there. But then you were careful enough not to fall into the trap of Nigerian government, which was creating chaos and tag it under the name of Biafra. That is what their ultimate aim. So people who are very emotional will not understand what is going on. But this is my own deduction. This thing is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for everybody. And I'm saying this to kind of say kudos to you guys, especially to Mazi Edozie, to keep deaf ears. And I'm sure you guys are doing it most of the time. You don't have to listen to everything. You don't have to pay attention to anything because you have to keep your eyes on the ball. Because at the end of the fullness of time is achieving your goals. That is what is important. These people that are agitating that this sit at home was suspended, are they not the same people that went out and voted, even though nobody asked them to vote or not to vote? They already made up their mind to do what they want to do. They're just looking for somebody they will say, oh, he or she told us to do this. So that's all I'm trying to bring in, that There are people who like me, who understand or have an idea or inclination of what is going on. So do not be discouraged. Do not think everybody is into this foolishness they're doing on social media. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Wada. You have spoken like Wada. God bless you. Thank you so much. Okuge Baroko.
Bless you, man.
Thank you. Call on the other line.
Bless you,
can you hear me?
Nwachineke, are you speaking to me?
Exactly. Must be our national.
I'm good. Good afternoon, Nwachineke. Good afternoon, Biafrans and friends of Biafrans around the globe. This is Mazi Nwachineke. I came from Umuaka, Olo Province, Biafra land. But I live and serve the indigenous people of Biafra here in Russia as the national coordinator. Great Biafrans and the IPOB global family. I greeting from Moscow. Indeed, this past week and this present week have been a very difficult week to us, especially on this struggle, with many feelings in the family. Indeed, what we have been discussing all this while, all the people that participated in voting and other things, other activities at home, nobody's condemning you. Nobody's killing anyone. That is trying to crucify anybody because of the urgency of how the whole thing come. And also those that get angry and also say a lot of things on their own decision. Then that is your right. But what we will not tolerate is after showing your anger, after showing your displeasure, and then you come to social media to bring down or to insult the institution that Onyendu Mazi himself established. That is the office of DOS. We will not tolerate it, no matter who the person might be. You have right in your local platform to show your anger and your displeasure. There's no problem on that. That is what family affair. But coming to social media to insult the head of the directorate, Mazi Nwachineke, or any of the members of DOS, we cannot tolerate it because one of the principles of IPOB is obey before complain. If you are man, then do what you are asked to do. Then after the whole thing, then you can bring your complaint. You can be able to say your mind. But coming to listen, that is to social media, or DOS, we saw one thing, then you will be on your own platform talking rubbish, trying to prove that you are speaking the truth. Because everybody now in social media, everybody now is saying that he's speaking the truth. All the people that have private platforms, everybody is talking that I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. So I was the So if your own platform, keep it to yourself. Keep that you do your program neutral, but coming to your platform to make it to be a place that you will come there to insult that is the leadership of this movement. We cannot take it light with you, no matter who you are, because our leader is only one. Only one leading body that have established. There is not two. It's not three. That you have your private platform on social media, maybe you are supporting what we are doing, and then when you maybe mention your name on Radio Biafra and say that we will be following you, it doesn't give you a certificate to now try to have a parallel this government that you will be talking to their own, and then you be countering it. That is insubordination, and that is disobedience, and everybody knows the consequences of disobedience. No matter your reason. You cannot tell me that you are more holier or you love Nnamdi Kanu more than Chike Doziem, or you love Nnamdi Kanu more than Osna Banya or Chida Kangoru. So please let all of us control our temper in every given situation, knowing fully well that what has taken us this far obedient to the command or to the leadership of this great movement, Nnamdi Kanu. So if you feel that they love me and they want to out, please. You can show your anger, that is, but do not make it to go extra mile in order not to cause division and also distraction in this great work we are doing. I pray that the Lord will bless our leader and also bless all IPB family. those working actively in their locality, making sure that all the command discharge by the leadership of this movement is being carried on. I pray that Elohim will bless all of us and give us more grace to continue this last push, because I believe that very soon our leader will come out, and also all of us also will rejoice in Biafra land. And also our nation, great nation Biafra, is sure to come. Nobody can be able to stop it, because the time is now. And if this generation will fail to make it happen, then we have ourselves to blame, and then it means that we'll be slaves forever in the hand of Fulani and British. So Nwachukwu will bless all of us and also give us more grace to continue. I'm signing off for here, Russian Federation. Thank you, Mazi, for having me.
Thank you very much. That's our national from Russia. Thank you very much, Mazi, and keep on the good work. Caller on signal, can you hear me?
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. My name is Mazi Nwachineke. I came from Abriva East in Umuahia province of Biafra land. And Abriva is a riverland area of Biafra and also a hinterland area of Biafra. And now I'm calling for my location. Mazi Nwachineke, God bless you and good morning. Dear friends, I greet you all because the faith or the struggle that we are in, some people do not understand it because it's a spiritual battle and it's a spiritual struggle. Only those who are in the spirit can understand the things of the spirit. The other have given because based on the strategy moving in the spiritual world, that's why the order was given. And people who were having their spiritual eyes that can able to understand when there is a hold up or a stop or a moving command, then they can understand what is going on. Our people that at home, sometimes they will always walk according to the flesh, whom they are, because I will not trying to push them to the world, because sometimes they are not understanding what the struggle are giving out every day. Because if you are understand or you are old struggle or hardcore of IPAB, you understand as a soldier, you need a discipline, you need order, and you need a command. And if you do not have all those three things in your mind, that means that you're not a real true soldier. And if you look what is going on in our home, our leader is in the dungeon. Many IPAB strugglers are in the dungeon, not only our leader only. There are many of both women and men, even the journalists and the lawyers. There are some of them are in the prison. How do we going to bring them? That's the strategy. People are saying, give the command, let us start the fight. No. There are some other rules and the other strategies how to apply in the war. As we are as a Biafran, sometimes we need to go back and use the Bible or Torah to cross-check our struggle and get some meaning how to handle some certain issues. Because the Bible says, if you have a 1,000 soldier and your enemy have 10,000, how are you going to apply the wisdom to conquer them? You need to sit down and cross-check. If you can use that 10,000 you have to counter about 20 million, that's meant for you. There are some spiritual things that we apply in order not to cause more casualty in our land. But the people do not understand it. My prayer this morning that we continue to pray until our eyes, the spiritual eyes of our people will be enlightened, that they can understand what is going on. That's the only thing I can say this morning. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi Otisi. Thank you. Let's take this call. Must be Mama. Mama, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Good morning and happy Sunday.
Welcome, Ma. Email.
Adekwa mma unu akwanu.
Yoba Beze.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all IPOB members and the lovers of Biafra worldwide. Good morning to my supreme leader, to Onyeremaba that I call him, to Ohamadike, the lion of the tribe of Biafra, His Excellency Mazi Nwachineke. I give him thanks for all his sacrifices to the restoration of Biafra. And I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama, who brought him and gave him the grace to go through what he is going through. You see, I want to make contributions to what you are discussing this morning. Many people want to believe what they want to believe, no matter how much we explain it. Some people have wrong motives of joining IPOB, while some people are mixed multitudes, according to Exodus 12:38. There were mixed multitudes when they were living in Egypt. So is it today. So our people, those who are actually members of IPOB, those who want to go along with our leader, Mazi Nwachineke, we listen to instructions. But I want to tell others, there was a case when Absalom wanted to overthrow his father. He gathered some people. Among them were 200 men, and the Bible recorded that those 200 men didn't know what was happening. They just joined. Ihe ha hụrụ a na-ekwu ha mabanye solu kwube. Nke ha pụrụ a na-eme ha mabanye solu mere. It's unfortunate that some people the genuine may listen to Mazi Nwachineke because our HOD made it clear. Mazi Chike Doziem, he made it clear, no see from the highest command. And who is the highest command? Our supreme leader, Mazi Nwachineke. And the 9 appear through his lawyer. Olukoziozi ihocho keme. Manandi anemi ha nwelu agenda ọzọ other than nke Mazi Nwachineke nwere. Na confuse ndị kwere ka confuse ha. Maka na ekwu ihe gbasara ha dị ha mma. Ha ekweta na Mazi Nwachineke zilia. Mana ekwuo nke ha na-achọghọ. Ha si na ha nwa na-ayala na prison. Ma na fọsụlụ ha tinye ha egbe n'isi ka o wee kwuo ya. So ndị na-aghọtarị ha na-ekwu. I may believe. Ndị a na-akọ ihe a, mụ onwe m nọ na Biafran land. Somebody not jalụ here wee kwuo na nke nwa ji eme nke nwa, nke nwa ji eme nke nwa. Ndị nọ na Biafran land is a lie. Ndị nọ na Biafran land na-anụ ihe a na-ekwu. Even though na radio a na-ekwu in many places. Mana ha na-anị ha. A na-enwe information phone dị. Ndị nke gụta na social media gụta pass ya to them. So ndị anụ si na radio anaghị ekwu. Kedụzi ebe ha si wee nweta information from opposition, from ndị na-epose DOS. Ọrụ na phone ka akpọ ha gwa ha, ha wee sonye. he believe na wrong thing. Kedu ka IPOB si wee nwee a structure, leadership, DOS, who is standing in for our leader? Then the head of that DOS, Abia, who knows from the highest command, Madam Okwalo na Korobish, na Togali otu ọzọ. Well, our leader Kubulieku, many years ago, about a Fukuya, no 100 men. And that was in Kenya. Makani Kuku gave it to many people. They were wrong motive of this struggle. Ndị channel back against make money. Ndị channel back against other position and the other things. Mana, I have one thing na waha. Ekugomi ambude ekukuya. That time Korah and Abira withstood Moses with 250 elders, and the ground opened and swallowed them up. Onye kwena ka ọ dị otu a, because na Chukwu Okike abịa ma we judge. Onye mandate bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Onye ka onye mandate of Biafra. Any other person the free ikwu ihe masịrị. Any other person the free believe ihe masịrị. Mana at the end, I am okwu nke onye ga-abịa na mmezu. Because whenever Judolo na Numbers chapter 11, God will say Moses, now my word and your own, which will come to pass. Even God himself, Nabu, o take each decision at times, or Chagalian decision now, or brought one place, or brought two. Even in the process of leading the children of Israel out of Egypt, Ochobuka has used all the shutter. On second thought, or Simba, no one has used the shutter, they will meet war. Now what John Yakuya, don't want to cook it, and they will turn back. Only they through the Red Sea. So, Chukwu Kikabiama, our leader mandate. Then instruction. Follow. My sheep hear my voice. My sheep hear my voice. Man, the voice of the stranger he will not hear. I will leave it here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen us and open our eyes of understanding. And I ask him, Chukwu Okike Abiama, to restore peace within us. In his name, Chukwu Okike Abiama, Jikenene. Ise. Thank you and remain blessed.
Thank you very much, Mama. Thank you very much. And on that note, I bring the program to an end. Thank you very much for being part of our program and continue to tune into Radio Biafra at all time. And then you will get the best. I wanted to end it, but this brother has been calling. Brother, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Just straight to the point. I'm about to close.
Good morning, sir. I'm thanking you for what you are doing for us. Almighty God, we bless you. Bless our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. This is my first time we're calling.
Exactly.
I've been trying. I hear what you are saying, but my advice to all of us, not everybody can understand the language when it comes like this. So let's stop quarreling to each other. Let's have focus. All of us, we are praying. We are in the brave land here. See what is happening. And we are thanking God for his ultimate mercy, his hand upon the Biafran people. Because like somebody that said something, quoted John 10:10, these people came to destroy, to rob, and to do every evil thing. But Almighty God They come in every aspect of evil desire. On a twinkle of eye, God showed them that He is our God. Because many people run away, sit at home and they can't sit at home. But in everything, we have to give God thanks. So what I'm saying, let's all of us be working together as before. I pray nothing will happen to our leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is well protected. As far as God sent him to this place, very soon will be with us. That's what I'm saying. What I'm begging again is this radio, the zoo soldier and the securities, they have put fear in many of us. Many are not listening to the radio, but they need. I would like this radio to go everywhere in Biafra land. Because all these things we are saying, our mothers, our aged men and women, they are more serious than all of us. I'm telling you the story. Anything they hear say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Radio Biafra said, is what they will do, without thinking what will come out of it. Okay, now the sit at home have been cancelled by the authority. But now, come to like Onitsha here, or Enugu, or Nnewi, or anywhere in urban area, can never see auntie going about. Because they have, what we want is to, what they want, how Nnamdi Kanu will come out of that dungeon. That's the only language our aged people want to hear. So, my greetings go to all of you.
Thank you very much,
now,
brother.
all to go to all of you. Let's all be France, wherever we are, abroad, home. Let's go to
Ndewo network gị na akọtụ aghọtachago m ihe ị na-ekwu, ndị ọzọ aghọtagokwe. Ndewo. Thank you. Just as I said, we will bring this program to an end. I won't be able to take other calls. I just take his call because I see him as a first caller, and we bring it to an end. Continue to tune to Radio Biafra. Continue to follow what Radio Biafra is telling you. This radio is not mine. It is ours. It is Radio Biafra, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom we know that God has sent him for this time, for our own redemption, for the restoration of Biafra land. Why won't you listen to what his lieutenants are telling you? Why would you like to hear your own? Even sometimes you don't understand it, but it's still coming from that place you said you trust. Why won't you pay attention? Why won't you still follow it? Why won't you still follow it? I personally, when I had the sit at home suspended, I saw its people were debating it on a forum. What I wrote there, if I will go there, you will laugh at me. But when I come to our broadcasting decks, I now saw the message there. I understand what is going on, and I have to, first of all, accept it, because I know it's coming from the direct order. I have no option. Whether it's good for me or it's not good for me, I have to follow it. These are the way we need to grow, move, and the things will work for us. Not what I want. If it is what I want, it will not be in this way. I will be saying my own. You will be saying your own. But there is something that somebody who is ahead of us have seen and try to put it in order for us. These are the things we need to understand mostly at this time. If it is not wisdom of God, maybe the way this election is being planned, they will destroy us, kill us, tag us terrorists, bomb Anambra State, kill people, and finally take everything and hand over to APC. This is their plan. But look at how things just, everybody is free. Not even an ant is dead. And we are free also. The only thing is just that maybe your emotion is somehow. Some people say they have bought food. Good and fine. You buy food, you keep it. Do you know how everybody lose? I send money home. Money I'm not expecting to give as at that time. I gave that money, say buy food, buy stock more, keep in case we don't know what will turn out. If I know it will be in this way, I will keep my money. I will give the amount I'm supposed to give them normal and reserve the remaining. But I gave beyond. So it's if you lose this place, another person is losing. Don't think maybe they are there. I know amount I give out. So it's part of it, brothers and sisters. And this is how it will be until the day we will open up our eyes. You just wake up and see yourself. You are waking up in Biafra land under Biafra government. That is the time you know that everything is over. But now, it's not yet over. Such will be happening. And you know that the court case is on Wednesday. Definitely there may be sit at home also. I don't know, but I'm just saying maybe the head of the directorate will come and you and I have to abide to it. We have to follow it. Anyhow it being turned out. That is what we must do. Because we are looking for Biafra. Our leader said it. That the movement is not democratic. It is a quasi-military system. It's a quasi-military system. Listen to that, his broadcast. It's not democracy. People purposely, that is what people want to bring in. No, sir. This is how, hence we trust our leader. Anyhow he brings it out, that is where we will go. Short and simple. And you will see we will enter Biafra. So brothers, sisters, calm down, pipe down, and do the needful thing. Thank you very much, and may the Most High bless us all. We will continue, and we will get there. Father, we thank you, we bless you. We thank you for the life of our leader, Mazi Nwachineke. Father, we thank you for ESN. Lord, we thank you for the DOS. We thank you for IPOB. We thank you for Biafra land. We say, hallowed be thy name. Be thou exalted, Father, in the mighty name of Yeshua, we pray. And I leave you with this word. The Bible said, forget not the former things and do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing now. It springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a new way in the desert and the spring in the wasteland. Isaiah 43, verse 18 and 19. Shalom, my dear brothers.
The true goddess has keys on it. Biafra. When Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. When Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do do do. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do do do. They deny themselves from being Nigerians, separated themselves from being Nigerians. No more presidents in Nigeria, no more governor in Nigeria, no more senator in Nigeria. Oluwado, do, do, grant them freedom. Give them freedom. When Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. When Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gaza, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do do do. freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do. Killing every day is not the best. Raping and killings every time, it's not the best. Bumpy everywhere, it's not the best. Shooting all the time, oh, it's not the best. For how long? See our people they die. For how long? See many people they die. Hey! Oh Lord, when will this stop? Nigeria they go see Gaza. Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go see Gaza. Biafrans are pleading for freedom. You and Nigeria they go see Gaza. Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go see Gaza. Biafrans are pleading for freedom. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do. Nandi Kalu fight for freedom, God will surely give you way. Nandi Kalu fight for freedom, God will surely give you way. Biafra is the rising sun. One day Biafra will get their freedom.
Prophecy, revelation, and dreams. Elohim reveals to his people events that shall come to pass on our journey to the restoration of Biafra. November the 4th, 2017. A dream and predictions that would change the course of history and bring about the restoration of Biafra. Some has come to pass, and some will still come. In this revelation, Elohim revealed the appearance of our leader Mazi Nwachineke in Israel, the death of our late sister Waka Waka, the emergence of the UGM, the kidnap and abduction of our leader in a small African country, and his rendition back to Nigeria. A very bloody war and massacre that is to come. The release of our leader Mazi Nwachineke and the final restoration of Biafra. Now, listen to our brother and comrade Don Prince, aka Sampe, as he narrates his dream. Remember, this was recorded in November the 4th, 2017.
First of all, my name's Prince Williams Chukwubu Zomba, but I go by my stage name Don Prince Sampe Master. I am a Biafran musician and I hail from Nike. Nike is in Enugu State, and Enugu State is in Biafra land. So the prophecy I got was when I came back yesterday, when I come back from the hands of those evil men, I was sleeping. So in my dream, it's like I started suffering the same thing I passed through from the hands of those evil men. I started seeing myself suffering. So, and later on, I was very, very surprised that not even the military that is chasing me. I saw many people, as I saw some people fighting of something that we don't know. Guys, I saw some people fighting a battle that we don't know. And in that my dream, I saw our leader Mazi Nwachineke appearing in a country of Benin. How will I put it? I saw our leader appearing in Israel. So as he appeared in Israel, everywhere started shaking. With so surprise, he was playing in that my dream. So I now go to him and I ask him, Onyendu, Biko, ogene ke chọrọ ka mme. He now asks me, he now tell me that, Don Prince, my son, the only thing I need from you is stand with truth and stand in Biafra. Stand for your rights. Never you be afraid. Don't betray this cause. The Almighty God, the God of Biafra, Chukwu Okike Abiama, told me that you, Don Prince, is one of the 100 men that we need. So because of this, I started crying, shedding tears. I now tell him, thank you, sir, for believing in me. I will never betray you. Instead of me to betray you, I rather die. And this is the covenant I have made within myself, that I will never betray our leader, Mazi Nwachineke. And I know that the zoo militaries are planning evil day by day to stop the restoration of Biafra, but they can never stop it. So, concerning the question you asked me on my dream, in my dream, I saw, after that our leader, I saw Biafra coming. And as I saw Biafra coming, I saw Nigerian military men killing innocent people. I saw Nigerian military personnel going after villagers, killing people in the village, massacring people. I saw governors supporting them. I saw youth dying. I saw villagers burning. I saw cars burning. I saw war. This war that I saw is exactly what I saw in 2013. This war that I saw is exactly the message that came to me 4 years ago, 2013. The same message appeared to me on that dream. That was last night. So it appeared to me that war is going to be happen. Biafrans is going to raise men. Biafra is going to raise men that they will be called Biafran soldiers. He's going to raise men, and those men, their aim is to protect the life and properties of Biafrans. So, and the same time I saw death coming. I saw people dying. In fact, what I saw in my dream, my sister, if I started today to be explaining, is very, very, how will I put it? Difficult to explain. And like what I told you, Waka Waka, like what I told Waka Waka now, like what I told her when she came in the morning. I was telling her that, hey, my sister, I dreamed, and my dream is my dream always comes true. Even if it did not come true this year, it may come true in 5 years or 7 years to come, or 3 years to come, or 4 years to come. But all I know is this dream must come true. I told him that our leader was I saw our leader appearing in Israel. And after that, I saw our leader arrested again. Our leader was arrested again. The country where our leader was arrested again is a small country, but African country. Just I saw our leader, he was arrested and was about to be killed. Later on, I saw him on that dream that they later took him to Buhari. They brought our leader to Nigeria. And when they brought him to Nigeria, they took him to prison again. So I was telling this to her. She said, I told her that this is what will happen. Isn't that what I told you? So just, so look at that. It is going to be done. Even if it is not this year, it will be next year, 2 years, 3 years to come. And after our leader was arrested, he was took to, he was brought back to Nigeria. And after that, everywhere started shaking. The world was silent for some seconds and started shaking to the extent that everybody started supporting Biafra. I saw our leader coming from the prison again, appearing with a Biafran flag. I saw Biafra coming, rejoicing, the people of Biafra rejoicing. But never forget that bloodshed will be done in Biafra land, whether good or bad. People will start killing themselves, more especially those soldiers that we believe will start fighting against the evil ones. And another group is going to be out. Those groups that will be out will be those that will be, let me explain it. I'm sorry, I'm so see Igbo mana Oyibo biala abia. Amachoro m Oyibo na afia maru. So let me speak in the one you can understand. Group bụ ndị na-aga pụta, bụ ndị si n'ụlọ mkpọrọ pụta, ndị si n'ụlọ mkpọrọ pụta, ndị o megidere, ndị Nigeria gọọmenti megidere, ndị like ndị ka otu ngesi kpọọ ya, ndị na-enweghị nne na nna, na ndị polisi kpọrọ ha n'ike, ndị polisi akpọrọ ha mee ha arrest. So bo ha ebubo, ha tọcha afụfụ sọfacha from Nigeria government, from prison, emeche wee release ya, ha gaza form their group fight was against police and army. This is what I saw is going to be happening. Go and write it down. There are a group that is going to be out, and that group, their aim is to fight Nigerian military soldiers and military police, and their aim will be to kill any man on uniform. Write it down. My vision always come to pass. Just write it down. Today is 4th November, Saturday, 4th November, 2017. Go and mark my words. Waka waka, just write it down. Should in case of I die tomorrow, you just remember this my prophecy. Remember this is going to be done. You understand? But like I'm saying it may not be this year, but next year, 2 years to come. So yes, of course, the question you asked me before, like this number 3 question you asked me, I'm going to answer the question in a way that you understand it. Yes, they gave me the sum of 40 million naira, but I wasn't sure whether it's 40 million naira or what. Do you understand me? There is what they put from their mouth that this is 40 million, but for me, I'm not sure whether it's 40 million naira The man said that this is 40 million naira. I go to studio and re-sing the song. I said over my dead body, I cannot do it. So I don't think I can do such thing. Nothing at all, nothing on this earth will stop me from singing for my nation. Our leader, Mazi Nwachineke, will not die. He will live. And any human being that wish Nwachineke death, the person will die. You understand? Our leader, Mazi Nwachineke, he will not die. He is the director. He is the leader. He is the one, the Moses of our time. So God chose him alone to restore Biafra. And he is going to restore Biafra. Just that people will die. Many will die. In this struggle, many people will die. You understand? Many people will die. But most Biafra will be restored. Biafra. But I will ask you, don't trust anybody. Do not trust anyone. Do not trust anyone. In this struggle, don't trust anyone. Those who are the first is going to be the last. And those who are the last is going to be the first. What I mean on this, like you, Waka Waka, I know that you are closer to our deputy leader, Mazi Nwachineke. I know that you are closer to him and you are closer to so many of our leaders. But please, what I will tell you today is play for your life. What I saw is very dangerous. Play and be careful. I don't want you to eat anyhow. I don't want you to follow people anyhow. Those that you trust will be those that will kill you. Be careful. Please, be very careful. My brother, I thank you so much. Mazi Chika Austin. Sample for you, my brother. You are one in a million. I still believe in you. You people are the ones that fight for my release. Because if not you as a journalist, writing, publishing my arrest, and other people publishing it, I don't think we'll be alive. I believe that we was released because Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiama want us to be alive to witness the restoration of Biafra. I'm a God sent. So no one is righteous. I am not righteous in the presence of God and in the presence of men. But I can swear for my life that any day in my life that I plan evil against my fellow principal officer of IPOB, let me die and let my generation perish. Mark my words today. You understand? These words that I said, go and write it down. Today is Saturday, right? Write it down. Today is 4th November 2017. If I ever in my life betray the restoration of Biafra, let me die. Let my generation be wiped out. I will never do it. See, if that I will betray this cause, I could have collected the sum of money given to me by Joe Ibokwe to stop singing for my for Biafra. Waka Waka, you can be any witness. If that I will betray this cause, I will collect the money. You understand? But the money is nonsense to me. The money is nothing. What I want is not money. What I want is good name. Good name is better than silver and good. I don't want to be in any post in IPOB, and I can never be in any post in IPOB. God forbid. Instead of me to be in any post in IPOB, I'd rather die. Brother, this thing I'm telling you, just mark it down. I rather die than to be in any post in IPOB. I'm just somebody, a musician, and that is all I will be forever. That is all I will be forever. Just a musician. And not that. If tomorrow, remember my words, capture this word. If tomorrow that God says, Don Prince, this is a position that I want you to occupy in IPOB, I will say no, I don't have any choice but to obey the wish of God. Or if tomorrow our leader Mazi Nwachineke call me, Don Prince, sir, I want you to help me on this side to occupy this position so that Biafra will be restored. Listen, immediately I will do it. Because the only man I respected and I will continue to respect till death is Mazi Nwachineke. The only man, the only truthful man in this generation that I will continue to respect. After God, Mazi Nwachineke is the second. You understand? After God, Mazi Nwachineke is the second, no other person. Mazi Nwachineke is my God, is my father. As far as I'm concerned, he is my God. And my God, he will be. So, nothing will stop me from singing for my nation, Biafra. Nothing. Yes, it's true, but you know, excuse me, you know, in some cases like that, many people will be saying all sorts of things. Like many may not even believe that I was arrested, but I don't want to know. The same thing, go and write it. Those that did not believe for my arrest, they are the saboteurs, evil people that we have in this struggle. Even if you die, they will never believe that you die. Even if you die and believe, they will never believe that you die and believe. Or unless they brought your coffee, put it matches, and burn you to ashes. Then they will now say, yes, Don Prince have died. So I am not after those that is saying something against the restoration of Biafra. I am not after those that is saying that is gossiping against my arrest. I am only after Nigeria government that is maltreating the people of Biafra. So everybody have mouth to say whatever they want, and I don't want to know. And even gossiping cannot stop me from singing. That is number one. It can't stop me from singing. I have told Waka Waka when she was asking me, I told her that that people gossiping can never stop me from singing. It can never stop the restoration of Biafra to come. It can never stop our leader Mazi Nwachineke. But the best friend of Nnamdi Kanu is going to betray Nnamdi Kanu. Mark, this is a prophecy that came to my face right now. The best friend of Nnamdi Kanu is going to betray Mazi Nwachineke. The only person that Mazi Nwachineke trusted is going to betray him. So it's better that he forge ahead, even when it happens. Mazi Nwachineke should not be afraid. He should continue. All we know is Biafra is going to be restored in our own time. There is no two ways about it. Biafra is going to be restored. So that is all I can say. And again, you say the advice. Okay, my advice to Biafrans all over the world and my advice to my fellow Biafra musicians is this. Singing for your nation, Biafra, is the most important thing that you need to be doing. Yeah, you know, when the South Africans, I asked a man, say, where was the South Africans when the apartheid was over? I mean, South Africans suffer this, but later they are rejoicing. Nelson Mandela suffered. May his soul rest in perfect peace. But the same thing is going to happen. Biafra is going to be restored. So Biafrans are pleading to everyone to start singing for your nation. Start Start singing for your nation. Start singing for Biafra. Start using the name of Biafra to sing. Flavor, Fino, all the Biafran musicians that is promoting Nigeria government, it is time you come together to sing for your nation.
All of you, from the head of our DOS, Mazi Nwachineke, to the very last unit coordinator, for all the wonderful work that you all did in my enforced absence. You never allowed yourselves to be cowed. You did not allow yourselves to be intimidated. You fought very gallantly to ensure that IPOB remains the preeminent freedom fighting movement anywhere on this very planet Earth. I have a lot to thank all of you for, because you kept the flame burning. We remember those that fell. Every day I remember them, and I hope also that every day all of you must remember them, because they laid down their lives for us, and we must accomplish Biafra for their sake, and the sake of our children, even those who are not born yet. We must remain resolute, very determined, uncompromising and unforgiving in our quest to restore Biafra in truth and in every honesty. I must ask each and every one of you, wherever you are, to search your hearts and to search your souls wherever you are. To understand the essence of IPOB and what we are doing, as I said previously, this is not a broadcast for the whole world, it's just for the IPOB family. Some of us have forgotten what it means to be IPOB, because during my enforced absence, most of us went astray. Although some people started from when I was in detention, it is very, very important that we keep this very flag flying, that we do not follow the trap set for us by our enemies, because a lot of things happened whilst I was away. Some people fell by the wayside. Some people felt that perhaps the zoo has something to offer them, and some people collaborated with the enemy, not just to kill us, but to attempt to set the clock of restoration backwards. But thanks to the grace and mercy of the Most High, they did not succeed. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and especially those of you that have been working exceptionally hard to make sure that we stayed on this very course towards our restoration. A lot has happened. When I think about it, sometimes it brings tears to my eyes. Surprisingly and shockingly, not a lot of people were up to this very job, which is rather extremely sad. Being an IPOB is a very unique privilege. A very unique privilege for you to be an IPOB family member. It's a rare honor. When we call each other Chineke or Nwachineke, it is a very unique privilege, not an entitlement. Only the pure at heart can be called Nwachineke. Not everybody you meet on the street is entitled to be called that very name. IPOB is a very special breed of people, We have come that we may restore Biafra, and there is nothing the zoo and their allies can do about it. We remain the bravest of the very brave. Cowards run away when they see us. From the day I arrived in the zoo exactly 4 years ago, minus 1 week, because I arrived in the zoo on the 14th of October in the year of our Lord 2015. I told them that I was coming, and I came. Some people within some segments of the media were writing a whole lot of junk about us, that we are just on Facebook, that I'm in London. They dared me to come back, and I told them that I was coming home, and I did. Come home. When I arrived, I was arrested. I was taken to Abuja. I was confined to a very tiny space. I was chained like a common criminal. I was handcuffed. They tried to break me, but they know that that is impossible. They can attest to it. They mocked me that I will rot in jail. Some prayed very fervently, those who are against Biafra, agents of darkness, that I should die in jail. But the walls of prison and detention couldn't keep me. I told Jibril, now, or should I say Buhari, before he died and was buried in Saudi Arabia, that he was a madman. I called him a madman in his own court because I know that he cannot do anything about it. Chukwu sent me and not man. So there is nothing any human being can do to me or to the wider body of IPOB for that matter. I told the court of Bintan Yako that they cannot jail me, and they did not. I called the dead Buhari, an illiterate madman, in his own court, and I walked away. They mocked me after I came out of prison, even those that I'm older than, even the age mates of my first son, Nemeka. Maybe because of the way I look, they will say what these young men are doing. Apart from maybe 4 or 5 people in Ohanese, I am older than every other Ohanese executive member. Then when you hear them talk about me and IPOB, you will think we're a bunch of teenagers. I don't blame them. They're a product of a dysfunctional system. They gave me very stringent bail conditions. I hope IPOB family members are listening very quietly, because what I have to tell you is extremely important. So you must pay attention. They gave me the bail conditions so that I wouldn't speak, so that I cannot rally, to muzzle me, so that I'll just be in my father's house and then go to court once in a while. The same thing they did to the state development board. I told them, no, you cannot cage me, you cannot muzzle me, it's not possible. I went out and I defied every stupid restriction placed on my person, so that IPOB can be alive and our restoration of Biafra well on course. The powers that be didn't like it. Their Igbo collaborators did not like it. Some of them in government houses did not like it. Ohanese didn't like it, because I said no to voting in Anambra. And I have my reasons, and I'll go to that later. Obiano said I shouldn't come to Ekulobia, that he will kill me with the Zoo army. We broke Ekulobia. Devuma, he said I shouldn't come to Ebonyi. I went to Ebonyi with the longest convoy in history. As I was entering Abakaliki, part of our convoy was still in Enugu. We broke the cordon. 6 fortified military checkpoints. I got down from my vehicle and I walked through all of them. I begged them to shoot me. We went into Abakaliki and we shot Abakaliki down. When we got to the front of the government house, I asked my driver to stop so I can greet some of the people working for Devumai to let them know that Ebonyi is Biafra. After our rally, on my way out of Abakaliki, they stopped me again and asked me to turn around. And I told them it would not happen. We broke that very cordon too, and we got home safely that very evening. I went to Obibo. In Iguacha, we locked Iguacha down for 6 hours. There was no movement. Yes, and Wike did not ask army to kill me. He never tried to intimidate me nor to molest me. We rallied peacefully as we normally do, and we went back home. And the Igbo governors got together and said this cannot continue. That Nnamdi Kanu is heating up the polity. They decided to kill me. It was these men that physically applied to Rock to have me killed. They couldn't do it. After all, Buhari was dead, buried in Saudi Arabia. When Jibril came back, a lot of Igbo men that call themselves politicians and political leaders arranged for me to be assassinated. They pleaded and pleaded and pleaded. Because our 30th of May celebration, our sit at home last year was successful. That led those Alamajiri youths, I don't know where they got them from, to issue a quit notice at the instigation of Arewa Consultative Forum. Our people must listen very carefully. Arewa Consultative Forum pressured Niamud and Ohaneze and Southeast governors to do something about me. When they talk about me, they don't tell you the truth. I was the one that went to Waldo's house when he was in the USA to look for him, to greet him. I went with Evangelist Elio Tuko. I went back again when he returned, and we had very sumptuous lunch together. And I told him that this is what I stand for. I want Biafra because of all the maltreatment, because of all the humiliation, because of all the shame that Nigeria over the years have compelled us to go through as a people, that I cannot take it anymore. I want to be free and I want to die a free man. He asked me, what do I intend to do? And I told him, most respectfully, that I will engage in civil disobedience. I will boycott every boycottable until the zoo accedes to my demand for a referendum. That I won't fight anybody. He said it's okay, but I should consider an umbrella election. I told him no. We've been voting since 1953, if I'm not mistaken. What has come of it? Absolutely nothing. The zoo, as a contraption, instead of going forwards, is always going backwards every blessed year. Things are getting more difficult. Our children are dying in the Mediterranean. They are drowning. Our daughters have nobody to marry them because most of our men, our brothers, our uncles, our cousins are in Severe difficulties abroad. Some are in jail, some are struggling. Some will have to marry somebody from that very country where they are domiciled to be able to get their papers. Nobody is interested in our sisters back home. And I told Chief Ward that I cannot go through life like this. I cannot tolerate this any longer. That something must give way. That I have no interest in being the leader of Biafra. I have no interest in politics. All I want is for our people to be free. And went away. They went behind my back to plan to kill me when I did nothing wrong to them. They came to my house, as we all know, on the 14th of September of last year to kill me and every living being in my house. I don't know if Britain is involved, but when I return to the UK, we shall find out. Okay, Zia Ibazu, Devo Mahi, Neawodo had their statements prepared for my obituary. They had gone to plan with the traditional rulers of all the other geopolitical zones in the zoo to come down to address Biafrans on why my death was a good thing for our people. Go through Okezie Ibazu's statements, it's all there and self-evidently so. The Ohanes and the political class, Southeast governors, used Fulani military apparatus to try and assassinate me the same way they've been doing as they did in Abat, Mpon, Shailugu, Igwacha, in Aba. All we are asking for is for our freedom. But Igbo men that claim they are politicians brought death to us. When you ask them, but what wrong have we done? They say we are heating up the polity. That's all. We've explained to them time and time again, we want to be free. Perhaps some of you are comfortable being slaves to Fulani people. IPOB is not comfortable and can never ever be comfortable with it. We made it very clear and shall continue to make it very clear that we are not retreating. We cannot surrender. It is either Biafra or we die getting Biafra. Mind you, it was these semi-Igbo politicians that crafted my bail conditions. Some of you do not know. They wanted to cage IPOB the same way they caged Masop and rendered it useless through financial inducements and military intimidation. Even those that claim they're part of the intelligentsia, when they go to Abuja, they lose their voice, they cannot speak on behalf of our people. They are humiliated day after day for daring to demand what is right for their people. The only time that they have anything tangible to say to us is every 4 years during the time to vote. But come next year, we will tell these corrupt politicians that Biafra land belongs to Biafrans. All we're interested in is freedom, our liberty, as a people, equity and fairness, that we will never, ever, ever negotiate away. If indeed, as we know, that IPOB is fighting for all the things that have been elucidated above, why is it that Ohanes and Debo and some Igbo governors would like to have me killed? Why do they want me? Everybody that is going to listen to this video and the whole of therefore, on the night, the day you will come, you will see it. Even if you come, you will see that the Biafrans have rejected everything that has to do with the zoo. We have rejected the zoo a million times more than 100 years back ago. And we will continue to reject it until we have established our sovereign and independent Biafra nation.
I don't see any remarkable difference between the Nnamdi Kanu of the old and the